Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx back in the DJcity UK lab. It is bag season here on the Tips and Tricks series. Basically, the last 18 months, I spent much of that time in my house, and the rest of the time I've spent going between the lab and my house. I haven't done any gigs until very recently, and I just didn't feel like I was in a place where I could really review bags, which by their nature are designed for traveling and so on. But now I've had a few gigs. Now we're opening up a bit more here in the UK, so I've had a chance to actually use some of these things in anger, as it were. So I feel like it's time to catch up with the backlog of rather excellent bags that I've been sent through over the past 18 months. We're starting today with JetPack from Orbit Concepts. This is their new it's a system, basically. You've got the drop here, which is a large roller bag with the handle and so on, and you have the snap, which is a very compact, very portable backpack. And why are they a system? Well, it's quite simple, really. You've got this front flap on the front of the drop. You open it up, it expands out. You've got a plastic handle at the bottom to protect the base of the bag. You can then take your snap and you can drop it into the drop. Then you have a strap which can go up through the handle and clip that into place, nice and secure, and you can roll the whole thing around. So I saw this at NAMM in 2020, and I was really impressed by this whole concept. It's just different. It's something new that we've not seen before. A modular system where you kind of stick these bags together. In a lot of ways, I see, I've traveled myself, in fact, with having you've got the lower section on most bags will go over a trolley handle, like so. So you can slide them and sort of carry them around like that. And that is a bit unwieldy. It can get a bit top heavy sometimes. I like this concept here that you can actually drop it in and the center of gravity remains quite low on the bag. When you're trying to do a roller bag and you've got a lot of stuff at the top, that can be really hard to kind of maneuver around. But with this, yeah, the center of gravity nice and low. I really like the way that works. The system as a whole costs about $350 in the US. Now, typically, I've had issues with JetPack bags and their availability outside of the US. They're a US company, and it has been basically impossible in the past to get their products outside the US. But I have done a bit of searching, in fact, today, and they have got some distribution going on in Europe now. So hopefully that is a sign of things to come, and it will mean that you'll be able to get these products elsewhere in the world with a bit more ease compared to what it was in the past, because that previously was really my only real reservation. I'm in Europe, I'm in the UK, and I just couldn't get hold of these bags to actually buy, but now we can. So yeah, that's the drop section. So this is $250 on its own. If you buy the system, it's $350, and if you buy the snap, the smaller bag on its own, that's $120. So you save a bit by buying the system together. Let's look at the snap first of all. This one really is for someone who wants to travel light. This is the absolute kind of minimalist bag. You've got no expansion possibility at all. You have got an external zip pocket on the outside for easily accessible stuff. That's nice. But the bag in general, yeah, this is very, very compact, very, very portable. This is like your day bag. I do think of this whole system as kind of a traveling kind of setup, really. That's the sort. So you'd leave the drop, the larger one, in your hotel room, for example. Just go out for the day with your smaller snap bag. But you can still fit a fair few things in here. So you've got space for a 17-inch laptop. That'll go in the back section there. You've got little pockets with zips and Velcro and so on this side as well. Little pen slots, etc. So you can fit a bit in the back there. Then you have two larger pockets here, which you can fit like an audio interface or your laptop charger, that kind of stuff, and a bigger webbed pocket that you can fit a fair amount of stuff in. So that would be ideal for like your headphones and that kind of stuff. But that's it though, right? This is not a big, large backpack like you might see from some of the other JetPack bags that they have in their range. This one is just super portable. This is the one that, yeah, you just want to take with you as a kind of all-day bag, or if you're going out to a gig with just minimal amount of stuff, laptop, needles and headphones, for example, then this is going to be ideal for you from that point of view. You can, as with all the JetPack bags, you can get the embroidery on the snap. You can't get it on the drop, but you can get your logo embroidered onto the front, and it does look good. I see a lot of my colleagues at DJcity and Beat Source are using the JetPack bags because they just look fantastic with your own branding on there. You know, mine doesn't really lend itself to this kind of shape, but you could get a nice big kind of round logo on there if that's what you've got, and that's going to look fantastic. You do have the typical JetPack kind of straps on there, nice and simple. You've got some nice padding on the back, and again, you can slot that onto the trolley with that section there. Overall, yeah, this is a very nice bag for those who want to travel really light. So then we look at the drop itself. This is quite a beast of a roller bag. You don't have any further external pockets apart from a very small one with a bit of Velcro at the top. That's about it. You fit just like some keys in there or something like that. Otherwise, you do have handles on the side, which I do appreciate. You've got a handle on the top, you've got a handle at the bottom, which is part of the expansion system, and you have handles on each side. So if you're picking up something off a luggage carousel, for example, you've got handles easily just to grab from any angle. I really like that. The actual wheels are like rollerblade style wheels. They work really nicely. And the trolley part of it as well. This handle, very sturdy, no sign of any issues with that at all. That seems to be really solidly mounted onto the back as well, which I really appreciate. A little bit of padding on it as well. Yeah, like the way the handle works very much. Once we get inside, we zip round the top, and this is perhaps a little bit more restricted than some bags on the market because you just have basically a big hole. So you can drop in something like a battle mixer will fit in there, or a medium-sized controller like a DJcity SR, that kind of size of controller. You won't get something like an SX in here, but a Control S4 Mark III, that kind of thing, that's going to go in no problem. But it is just basically a big hole. There's no way to kind of open up the bag and kind of expand it like that, which is kind of typical with your DJ roller bags that you get. This is a different take on it altogether. You can just drop stuff in and drop stuff out. There's one divider Velcroed in, and so you can split up the compartment to fit different things in there. So you can position that how you want. So if you want to get, say, a mixer and a laptop stand in there, you can do that, or a mixer and a sub controller, something like that. That's going to fit in no problem. You can expand the top as well. So there's an extra zip around here. Go around, unzip, and that gives you a few extra inches of height. So you can fit something slightly larger in there. When it's completely down, you can easily fit up to like a Range 72, a mixer, that kind of height in there. Then you do have the option to go a little bit higher. It also comes with this little extra, I wouldn't really call it a bag. I don't know what you call this, but I like this quite a lot actually, because you can fit that in the top. You could put cables, etc., and just pile them in there. In their kind of preview photos that they have on their website, you can fit a pair of shoes in there. So that's quite a nice idea. You know, if you're traveling with this, let's say you've got the Snap itself, the smaller bag with your DJ stuff, your laptop, etc. in there, then you could have clothing inside this bag, and then you can have a pair of shoes kept clean and safe away from the rest of your clothes, slotted into the top. I like that. Also, you can put it on the top for a bit of protection over the stuff that you have inside the bag, and to kind of keep it a bit more sturdy and a bit more solid up at the top. Again, we've got the typical JetPack kind of construction, you know, very tough kind of nylon finish. I like this kind of faux leather finish they've got on the side as well. And the interior, again, very solid. You know, I've been using JetPack bags for quite a long time now, and I've never had any issues with the quality, with the build of these things. So there you go, my take on the JetPack drop system. Now, this will be quite flexible. It will be useful for a bunch of different DJs, but for me, this just screams travel. This just screams to me, I'm going away for the weekend to DJ. I need my laptop, USB sticks, headphones, etc. That's what the Snap is for. And I'm going to take some clothes, a fresh pair of sneakers to wear in the club, that kind of thing. And that's all going to go in the main drop roller bag as well. I think it's a really, really nice concept from that point of view. The larger bag is designed to fit in the overhead compartment. It should be suitable as hand baggage on most airlines. And then you've got the Snap itself will fit underneath the seat. So you've got that flexibility of having access to your stuff without too much messing about. It feels durable, it feels solid. Value is pretty good. You know, it's in the region of most other bags now. We're talking this kind of price range for most things out there, as we'll see in the coming weeks. All I can say is I know a lot of my colleagues in the US, not so much outside the US because, as I mentioned, their distribution hasn't been great. but loads of my US colleagues use JetPack and they're all very, very happy with them. You've got the quality, you've got the customization, and in this case, you've got the innovation on the way it all works as well. Overall, a solid recommend. Thanks for watching today. Make sure you subscribe for all our future tips, tricks, and product reviews. I'll see you soon.